Beatober, day 29. Thank you all for being here with me today. I hope you're doing well. It's a Tuesday. We were live yesterday, so y'all are getting a lot of me this week. We were live Monday. We're live today. No live tomorrow, but Thursday we will be live again for the final stream of Beatober because it'll be October 31st, Halloween, for those of you who celebrate. I hope everybody out there is doing well. Let me know how you're feeling as Beatober is coming to a close. Let me know how your day is going in general. It's late morning for me. We're going to roll right through into the afternoon. Today we're going to be working with Arcade by Output and also Portal by Output. And I want to thank Output for sponsoring today's stream. I know we got a spooky thumbnail today because they've got a couple what they call lines in Arcade, a couple spooky lines, which you can think of them as sort of like sound packs, but they're a bit more than just sound packs. So I think that will be pretty fun. Wislow says, grinding till we shine. Yes, yes, yes. Portal is your go-to? Okay, good to know. Yeah, I wanted to make Portal a part of today's stream because I had rarely used it, but actually I had never used it, but I had seen a few folks that I really like, Mondo Loops being one of them, who uses it a lot for a very spooky, cool lo-fi sound, so I figured it would work well today. If today is your first live stream or you're just tuning in and you don't normally tune in, say hello and say, hey, this is my first live stream. I want to say hi so we can welcome you. There's a lot of folks in here. I see a lot of regulars here today. A lot of folks who are grinding it out for Beatober. So thank you all for being here. Said, or is that a first time hello? Hi. Nice to see you. As we roll into the end of Beatober, there's a few announcements to make. Finishing your workday with the stream, Vadim, good to hear. I know I see a lot of chatter around the Discord and everything about people feel like you're running out of ideas for Beatober, and I think you might be putting on too much pressure for yourselves. If you're running out of ideas, I think it means you're trying to come up with the perfect idea, which doesn't exist. Dream Slide hits us with the real talk. Not stressed, but definitely ready for Beatober Challenge to be over so my schedule can go back a little closer to normal. Exactly. I think that's a perfectly valid thing to be feeling at this moment. No doubt. And I feel that way too. But hopefully coming out of this challenge, you can feel like, wow, I did all that in 31 days. So now, next week, what's the goal? You know what I mean? Like, if you push yourself so hard for 31 days, your threshold for what you can accomplish in a week, say, is pretty much raised pretty high, I think. Oh, and it's your first stream. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here. Cave says, seeing that MacBook on the edge of the desk gives me anxiety. It would fall down immediately in my office. The MacBook is always stationed there, if you can see it. And the annoying thing is it's also open. Usually when I'm just working here by myself, I have it closed. But because of the way the stream is rigged and because of video and coding and things I don't understand, you guys get it in a higher quality when for the resolution when I open the MacBook versus when it's closed. When it's closed, I get my nice screen in full resolution. But when it's closed and I stream, you guys get it in kind of a shittier quality, so it's just a little behind the scenes look there. Negatory says, love trying new things, it's been fun. Yeah, for me, it is like equally exhausting and equally rewarding, I would say, for sure. Water My Soul says, I've been peeping in and out this channel for quite some time. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, the lives are kind of a different beast. I feel like the lives exist in this different world compared to the videos, because in the lives, here we all are like a little community coming together to hang out and chat about common interests. But you know, it is Beatober, so I want to remind everybody before we get into everything today that we are raising money for a great cause. There's a donate button here on the stream, and what we are raising money for is an organization called the Music and Youth Initiative. They're a really amazing organization that sets up sustainable, high-quality music programs for teens. So teens get access to studios, people to teach them how to use that equipment, music clubhouses in their neighborhoods that they can go to after school. It's a really, really cool program. You can head to musicandyouth.org to find out more, but we're raising money for them all month long. I did notice before we started the stream today, we're at $1,285. If 3 people donated $5, just $5, less than a Starbucks coffee maybe, we would have that rounded up to $1,300 here on the YouTube live stream. So that would be an amazing thing to see come through. If you can skip your Starbucks coffee today, or if you've got $5 to give and kick us off here today for the Music and Youth Initiative, let us know. It's a fantastic program. Imagine you're a young person, you don't have a guitar at home, your music program at your school is not great. You can roll into one of these places after school and learn how to do all these cool things, hang out with the community, hang out with your friends, similar to what we're doing here online, but in person. This was the clubhouse that I worked at. I was a music clubhouse director for a long time. I started this channel while I was working as a clubhouse director. We had young people working in the clubhouses. So these 2 that you see here, they were actually like participating in the program, but then became like teen leaders, essentially working in the program, giving lessons, doing live performances, etc. We had lots of Macs. We had a recording studio. We had Ableton push ones. I wrote a I worked hard on a grant to get us those push ones when they released push 2 and they did the push 1 buyback. Robert, thank you so much for hitting us with the £10, getting us even closer to the $1,300 mark here. But for some of you, the donate button might not be available here on the YouTube stream. That's okay, because there's other ways you can contribute, like going to TAETRO-shop.com and picking up some merch. Here's my Beatober 2024 glass can. There's t-shirts, there's hoodies as well. Negatory with the $22. We love to see it. Thank you for the 22, my friend. Very specific number there. $22 for the kids. Thank you so much for kicking off today's stream with those donos. Really amazing. Part of Beatober is us coming together as a collective community for a bigger cause, like the Music and Youth Initiative. That's what we're here to support. But also I want to make Beatober about giving back to you all, the community. So just by being in today's chat, you are eligible to win a prize right now. So don't go anywhere. We're going to do a giveaway right now and at the end of the stream. And since Output is our sponsor today, and we're going to be working with some of their programs, some of their plugins, let's go ahead and give away Portal. I know it is a beloved plugin. So for those of you out there that do not have Portal, let's do a quick giveaway to a random chatter. Now, the way this works is all you have to do is be in chat, but then if you win, I need you to follow the following instructions. There are instructions if I type !winner. You can see there's 4 steps there that are very important to if you win. That include sharing your Instagram handle in the chat so I know who you are, DMing me on Instagram with the prize name so I can remember what you won. And of course, you have to make an account. Usually these sites all have free accounts so you can download the plugins and stuff. And then I'll be in touch and I'll get your prize situated. But super big shout out to Output for being a big supporter of Beatober and coming in here and supporting the stream. Kyrie says, I don't have Instagram. My friend, Instagram is completely free. You can make an Instagram account right now and be able to receive your prize. And if you're not able to do that, that's okay. You might not win anyway, because it's completely random. So since the plugin is called Portal, why don't we go ahead and stream why don't we go ahead and set a timer for 1 minute, and please spam the chat with your magic and Portal related emojis. That's how you're eligible for the giveaway. Go ahead and spam the chat now. I'm going to set a timer on the clock for 1 minute. As soon as I see that first spam, I'm hitting go on the timer. There we go. Perfect. Spam those emojis so you are eligible to win today's giveaway of Portal by Output. And I do want to also give a quick shout because we have something going on sale very soon. I've got the store set up for it and everything, but my mom created these skull planters, which are going to be on sale for $25, and all the proceeds are going to go to the Music and Youth Initiative. There's only going to be 5 available. There are going to be 5 of these skull planters available, 1 in each color, for $25. These are going to drop after the Beatober Awards on Thursday, because each Beatober Award winner will be winning one of these. So at least if some of you are going for an award, you can know, oh, if I didn't win an award and I still want one of these, I can try to buy one. But I will put those up for sale, and they're a limited quantity, high quality, limited quantity. And those will be for sale. Let's see if the timer is up. Okay, the timer is up, which means we will cease the spam. I will jump over to my giveaway drawing. If you win this giveaway, you will need to type your Instagram handle in chat. You will need to message me with the prize that you won on Instagram. Why do we do this? Because I am verified on Instagram, and you can be assured that you are not interacting with an imposter. I'm rolling the dice in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kayla, you with a win. Kayla, didn't you win yesterday? What happened? Am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? Huge luck on the Kayla U. Round of applause. Congratulations for winning magic. Too lucky. If you didn't win this random giveaway, we are doing a giveaway at the end of the stream as well. So if you lost this roll of the dice, Portal could be coming your way at the end of the stream. It's a really cool plugin. We're going to get into using it today, but why don't we go ahead and start showing off today's plugin and making some music as usual. If you have any questions during this stream, please go ahead and ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. But I don't know the answer to every question, so you never know. I'll do my best. And then what I was also going to say is something that I guess wasn't that important. Oh, but if you get lost or if you forget what we're doing at all, Beatober.com. Yes, we're doing a giveaway today at the end of the stream. We're also going to be doing 2 more giveaways and maybe a couple more on Thursday. But Beatober.com if you want to find out more about what we're talking today. Maybe you're watching from your lunch break and you're thinking, I might want to go check this out, see what it's all about. You can find the merch link here, the donate button here, the bounties and the awards. Those are pretty much all coming due within the next day. So Dream Slide says how to enter into the Beatober Awards. You can go right over here to the awards button. However, nominations were due yesterday. So the nominations are already closed for the Beatober Awards. I will be going through all submissions tomorrow. Those planters are going to go on sale after Thursday's stream, probably while we're live on Thursday at the end of the stream. So if you're looking to catch one, that is your best bet. They are going to be $25 because the proceeds are going to the Music and Youth Initiative. We have lots of other we've raised the amount of money that you're seeing here below the stream for the Music and Youth Initiative, but I've also been selling sample packs all month long. Channel memberships are going towards the Music and Youth Initiative. All the revenue from that. All the merch revenue is going to the Music and Youth Initiative. What am I missing, chat? Analog Cases matched us with $400 at the beginning, so we're going to add that up. So at the end of Thursday's stream, I will also do a donation total to see how much we will find. Kyrie says, thank you for saying my name correctly. 1 in a million have ever done so. Well, that's interesting because I feel like it's not a difficult name to pronounce when you look at it. But yes, if I ever do pronounce anybody's name wrong in chat, please correct me sooner rather than later. I would hate to be saying somebody's name wrong over and over and over and over again. Do you use presets on your plugins / vocal mixes, or are you too picky? I love using presets. Vocals is another thing, but for many plugins, I use presets, and maybe that's a good segue. Maybe it's a good segue into working with Arcade here. All right, let me show you how this works. Anybody used Arcade? Anybody an Arcade user, Portal user, etc.? Let me start. This is the beat that I posted maybe the other day. This is vocals. I want to start with some... Yeah, let's just start with drums because it's going to be easier. All right, so here's how it works. I'm going to open up Arcade. By the way, if you like what you see here today, we're going to have a 50% off your first month with Arcade link in the chat. I did, but I didn't really understand it at the time. Good, let's clear up some of that. Let's clear up some of that confusion. Bunny says, sorry, unrelated question. What do you use to build the website? Do you do them yourself? Yes, I do the website myself. I use Wix. I do not recommend it. It's super annoying to use. Anyway, I've got my drums kind of separated here, but here's what a typical Arcade interface looks like. And well, they all look different because of their key art, but this is from the Dark Pop line. And I'm going to switch my camera to be overhead so you can see what I'm doing with my MIDI controller precisely. And what Arcade essentially is like a sampler on steroids, kind of. So it looks like a very simplified interface, but if I click sample edit here and I go through some of these keys at the bottom, each one of these keys with the waveform on it holds a sample. This could be a loop, it could be a one shot, it could be all kinds of things. You'll notice if I hold this key, which does correspond to a key on my keyboard, just holding down C, and if I hold down D along with it, we'll get the combination of these two loops. 3 loops at a time. Boom. Let's add another one in. And we have like melodic loops and stuff too, not just rhythmic stuff. Everybody say hello to Miss Nadia, the designer of our Beatober merch in our spooky starting screen, if you all saw it at the beginning of the day. What's up, Miss Nadia? Nice to see you. So basically, you've got a keyboard here full of samples. This bottom half resembles a keyboard. And we also have the black keys up here, which do not contain samples. They instead contain certain modifiers. So let's go ahead and hold down some rhythmic samples. Let's toy with some of these. They will have a different effect. This one is skipping around the different samples, kind of having a stuttery effect. This one's having a reverse effect. So you can think of these as almost like performance effects. And they might be different for the different lines. So that's how we're going to be interacting with the plugin. You can see that since we do have melodic and harmonic samples, we can change the key accordingly. So this song is in C minor. This line is originally in A minor. So I've transposed it to fit in our song. And let me play you the full track so you can hear what's actually going on here. This is created entirely with Arcade. So what you're hearing here, you're hearing the drums, which I have the kick and the top layer of drums, like the hi-hats and the snares separated so that I can do side chaining. But you're hearing that arcade line that I just showed off, these drums. Some drum loops there. Let's go with the rest. Let's see what else we got cooking here. I think this is our bass line. Oh no, it's not. That's a lead line. Let's open this one up because this represents another interesting part of arcade. Essentially, we have all these melodic samples that I'm using as one-shots. So they add a nice little flair to the track. I want to show a... There we go. Here's our bass line. I think my mastering effects are going a little crazy here. Let's turn down our J37 and not be so crunchy. But here's another sound from arcade. This is from a different line called Shadows, which we're going to get into some of the spooky sounds since it is the spooky season. So you can see that other than the design looking different, also the bottom row also looks different. It's because this is a playable instrument. Of course, we have macros here that we can alter the sound with. But we can play this. It's not containing loops. These are single notes. A nice deep sound. Cool. Jumping through. So that's our bass line. We have those little one-shot melodic flourishes in the drums and the bass. Let's see what else we have here. We have another melodic instrument. Let's open this one up from a different line called In a World. But this is a really nice synth sound. So it's more than just toying with different loops. You actually have a lot of control and you got all these one-shot instruments. If I go ahead and click on the arpeggiator here, turn it on. You can see that we have a lot of control and that we can also add different layers of the arpeggiator. So I might go ahead and double the speed of this second one. Let's add a third layer of arpeggiation. I'll do this one up a couple octaves. Randomize the volumes here to make it interesting. And let's go ahead and change this to 16ths. Dotted 16ths on top? Let's see. I know what's happening. We're out of range of the instrument. Let's not do 16ths dotted. Let's do regular 16ths. So I think this is a pretty cool thing that's sort of behind the scenes in arcade as well, this multi-layer arpeggiator, where you can also create sequences. So you can see that we had randomized the volume and we had changed the rate. But if you notice on ARP C, we can actually change that over time. So I can go ahead and change this to 30-second notes and create different sequences within the ARP itself. And if you look through the different tabs here, we were just in the arpeggiator tab, you have deeper control over all of the things in arcade, including the macros. But you can see that the macros are controlling different things. This Doom macro is controlling distortion dry wet, EQ, distortion output, and a lo-fi effect. Modulation, modulating the distortion high pass filter, and then a mixer, because you can have multiple layers of sounds and effects. So I think at the surface level, folks might think, oh, well, it's just so simple. This is just like kind of a toy plugin, but you can really go deep with it. Because at first glance, if you look at this macro page, it does look pretty simple, but you can go deep with it. So that lead, oh, you know what? I should turn the arpeggiator off since I was just demoing that, and this part does not actually call for an arpeggiator. I kind of messed up that sound, I think, during that tweaking in demo. Let's just bounce off that for a moment. And I'll show you this sound here because I want to show off Portal too. But here is a line called Distant Voices, which is one of my favorite lines in Arcade. What's up, Unico? Nice to see you. Kayla says, oh wow, this is cool that it gives you a lot of tools to mess with instead of manually inputting stuff. Yes, I also agree. Intrigued Viewer says, needs more Doom. Exactly. Could get lost in this for hours? Yes, for sure. So, like the previous lines that I showed, there's a different sample on each key here. I could layer them or I could play them one by one, and then I can also use modifiers to make them even more unique. Just keep an eye on the keys that light up blue so you can see what I'm actually pressing. And if I may, let's turn on Portal, which is a granular effects. We're going to totally transform those sounds. And that's just one preset from Portal. That's kind of creating these echoey. It's got a tape delay and pitch, so we're getting sort of higher pitched stuff in there. I think I could make a whole track based on that sound there. Really cool, right? That is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about getting lost in these sounds for sure. Let me show you how this generally works in the Arcade plugin, and then we'll get into making some actual music. If I click the home button here, you can see in the back end, or like in the browser, that you have access to all these different lines. So all the different art represents different lines, but remember, every line has a different collection of sounds within it. So we were just playing with the Distant Voices line, for instance. If I go to lines, let's find Distant Voices. And within this line, you have samplers, which are what we were just playing, you know, a different loop on each key. Then you have instruments, which were like what we were playing before, where you have single notes and you can play it like an instrument. So you have the combination of those, and then you also have the individual samples that are associated with this line. So this is everything that you have access to, and you can choose to download single sort of presets from the line or single samplers. You can preview them. And then you can choose to download that. I think that one's pretty cool, so let's just click download and hope that the internet doesn't crash as a result. We shall see. Oh, did this already download? Let's just load it up. Whew. Okay. That's cool. Let me open up a new live set here and let's start working on something new. But any questions as far as we've gone here with arcade? Some of y'all are just tuning in. Thank you for joining today. We are exploring some spooky, ethereal sounds with Output's arcade and then using Portal by Output as well to make it even creepier. I used to make my own sample templates / presets in arcade. If anyone likes arcade, try making your own presets. That is something I have not explored yet, but yes, you can drop all your own samples into there and go deep with all the stuff that we showed off earlier. That is true. But there's so much sample content in there already. I have trouble being like, oh, let me jump in and make my own. I want to start with what's there. So that goes back to the earlier question about presets. I'm not too picky, and usually like sound designers, they work really hard to do like lots of different kinds of sounds. I don't like every preset, but I like digging and finding the things that I like, because there's a sound designer out there in every plugin that has designed sounds that I think are great. Pilgrim of Light, nice to see you. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Jubei Jackson, nice to see you as well. Oh, Superman, you've been creating your own for the past 2 months. How is that going? It would be cool if there was an easy way to share those. I don't know what that's all about. Barn Red Pine, nice to see you. Thanks for dropping in. And Apollocus, thank you for saying hi. Everybody who just tuned in, hello, nice to see you. Welcome. Let's start making some music. Let's dive right in. I might just start with arcade. Distant voices. I'll probably start with the distant voices line because I really love those ethereal voices, but we do have the nightmare line as well. But let's start. The nightmare line can get pretty intense, so let's start with something a little more quote unquote musical. And let's start with spectral, which is the one we were just playing with. Now we're in F sharp minor, so I'm just going to take note of that because any other line that I open up that has tonal stuff, I'm going to want to set to the same key. I'm going to run a metronome real quick to see where I'm at with the timing for these loops. Let's see if we can get some of these rolling. 1, 2, ready. I didn't like that last. I'm going to replace it with that one, that F. So now, essentially what you got here is you got your MIDI roll. Even though we weren't playing like notes, we were kind of triggering it similar to triggering a drum rack. You know how a drum rack can hold different instrument sounds? That's pretty much what we have going here. All right, let's bring that back. Can arcade tune drums also? You can tune every single sample individually, so for sure. I think that's what you're asking. Pilgrim of Light, nice to see you. I mean, Piccolo Plaque, nice to see you. Nice to see you too, Pilgrim of Light. All right, we've got this. What do you say we just throw a little Portal in there? We can dig through some presets. I don't know if anybody who uses Portal has a preset that they like. There are some vocal specific ones. But I don't know if I want specific. Let's see, Cloud Spray. Pilgrim of Light says, do you have technical help like you used to with Joe? No, not really. I'm kind of on my own. I do notice you're not popping up as a member here. You might want to just double check that your subscription is still active in YouTube, though I think it is. I feel like the last time I exported the list of members, you were still there. So it shouldn't be a problem. It could just be a glitch in the chat, though. So don't worry too much. But do just double check, because it could be something if like a payment method gets declined or you have to confirm something. It could be something related to that. So just double check your membership. But don't worry too much. It might just be a visual glitch here in chat. But thank you for being a member, my friend. I do like this little hint of something here. Let's see if we can find some good rhythmic stuff to go with it. What do we think of this? This is nice and spooky, right? Little arcade transformed by some portal. Boot up another one here. Let's look for drums specifically. Now I'm gonna play some previews here. This might be a little aggressive, but I do like the collection of sounds. Not that. That's cool. Oh, this is cool. It's like all sounds from a guitar. 2 acoustic. I need something that's a little on the edge. Beisha, what's good? Long time no see. How are you? Let's try something from that. I'm gonna download that line really quick. Or that specific sampler, I should say. Chameleon. Oh gosh. I said a little on the edge, not too on the edge. Existential bliss. Oh, that's not drums, mostly. Oh, that could be cool to layer in there as well. Forbidden dance. I prefer now. Where's the one that I just loaded up? Nobody forget Forbidden Dance. Oh good, we have different patterns here that we can kind of audition. With the modifiers, it gets pretty trippy. Let me just run through a couple of these loops here real quick. Let me know if one sparks your inspiration there. Oh, a little kind of 4 to the floor vibe. Not totally against it. Whoa, that's trippy. These are like little fills almost. That's pretty cool. Where'd the trippy one go? Let's just put this one here because I feel like there's space to add more if we need to. Good. And all those modifiers, those are just MIDI. We've worked with a bunch of plugins that work this way before, but you know, using MIDI notes to trigger things that actually happen in the plugin is essentially how that works. We can probably find way more layers to put in with it. Now there was another one called like Forbidden Dance or something, right? I also need to make this drums. Let's go back and find Forbidden Dance. Forbidden, which I feel like had congas and stuff in it. Huh, we can get real crazy with that. What's up, Gokin Beats in the chat? Now here, this has pitch stuff in it, so I think F minor is gonna be... Double check the voices. Was it F minor or F sharp? F sharp minor. Might be important here. One thing that's interesting is you can go into sample edit, and this is all coming up off a bit fast to me for this tempo. So what if we cut it in half? And this is at the per sample level. What does this one sound like at half? You know, I think these are sounding cool, but they're just a bit too tonal, and then they're clashing with the other percussion from the other drum loop. So let's bounce to something else. Folks, if you're just tuning in, welcome. Thank you for being here today. We're making music with Output Arcade and a little bit of Portal action at the same time. If you like what you see and you don't have it yet, 50% off your first month of Arcade. Link in the description. We're trying to get creepy with it today. Of course, there's a bunch of stuff that we haven't downloaded. I'm gonna look at stuff that I have downloaded. Let's see. Some instruments. Like bass and stuff. Let's avoid that for now. What are these aura? That might be a little too big. We got pianos here. Let's see what we can do with this keyboard instrument in the aura line. Getting a little with the arpeggiator here. That's simple enough. Let's just keep that in the background. It's eerie, right? Yo, yard sale, nice to see you. With the best compliment of the day. Sounds creepy and weird. I love it. Nice. What's up, White Whisker? Thank you for tuning in from work. Shout out to all the work gang. Who's tuning in from the cubicle or from the office? Good. Let's just keep that one. I'm going to save this drum loop for later, but at this moment, I kind of want to get a stronger backbeat going. So let's see what we can get. Connor Moore's work gang. I want to keep that. Actually, I didn't mess with any of the effects in... Alright, I think we need a solid bass line that's going to ground us in whatever we're doing here. I don't really know. I don't have a sense of where we're going yet, but I think we can find it. Let's go home. Let's look bass. Nothing turned up because I have this queued up here. Wrath of Zeus. And then we can add some of the nightmare sounds in. Dung Funk is also working from home. L desk with 1/2 work and 1/2 music stuff. Nice. All the personalities are happy. Those are too big. You know what? I probably want instruments. I want to play my own bass line. So let me choose an instrument instead. Not that one. I think we can make that work. Hard mode. In case not, let's get that. Oh, that's already downloaded. We'll jump to that respace if necessary. Let's try something. 1, 2, ready, go. Little odd, but I think we're keeping things odd today. We're at a certain point in Beatober where it's like, if we're not getting weird with it, what are we even doing? I'm gonna freeze a couple tracks here because this stuff is working hard. We've got Portal, which is granular. We've got all these separate samplers running, so I don't want to break the CPU, if you will. Because all this like multi-sampling stuff is difficult. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Freeze and Flatten. I forgot how to assign a modulation. Where's Superman at? Superman, you in here? You can remind me how I can assign this? Oh, is this it? No, these are different parameters for LFOs. I want to assign an LFO to one of the macros. But I don't see how to do that. Maybe I do it from the macro itself. I just feel like that kind of motion can do it in live. Do what you know how to do. Add an envelope. Yeah, I could do that. Right click on the knob or slider you want to connect. Here, let's try to do it for real with the advice of the chat. So if I go out of this, if I right click this, it just has learn MIDI. It doesn't say like assign to LFO. What if I click learn MIDI? Yeah, I won't dwell on it too long because we can just grab an LFO, put it here. We can map it to that, so it's the same thing. We can see the motion happening there. We obviously don't want it to be that fast. And I saw what you said, Dungeon Master, about make it sync to the beat. We can also do that with the LFO. But obviously that's too much. That's a little too fast. I want to go even slower. Little bit of jitter there to make it weird. No 24-hour stream this year. It's been just a crazy year, and I think I cannot mentally sustain that. We just got to get through to the end. I was for the first 8. I was getting married first of all in September. I got married at the end of September in another country. I was in South Korea getting married. So then I was there the first week of Beatober. First 8 days, I was in Seoul. Then I came back home, dealing with jet lag, everything like that. Jumped into streams the second week of October. Then had a work trip last week, had to go to New Orleans for a few days. It's just been a wild month for Beatober. For good reasons, but. And Piccolo Black raises a good point. It says, no honeymoon? Not yet. See, even that was like deferred honeymoon. If it weren't for Beatober, probably we could have jumped right into a honeymoon, but of course my wife is understanding of my work, so we'll do a Beatober, we'll do a honeymoon, gosh, at a later date. What do we add to this? Ba-da-da-da. Oh, we need to add the creepy sounds. Coming to the top of the hour here, folks. If you are enjoying the stream, please leave a like. And don't forget that we are raising money for a great cause, the Music and Youth Initiative. We are in our final days of our fundraiser. So if you want to throw in even $1, $2, $5, $10, some of you have been very, very generous. Some people have donated over $50, over $20, some over $100. Hit that donate button below the stream. It goes to a really great cause, the Music and Youth Initiative. If you've ever watched one of my videos and said, oh wow, this is really helpful, this fundamentally changed how I understand music or something like that, leave a tip, but don't leave a tip for me, leave a tip for a great cause. Your donation is a way to show appreciation, I guess, for the channel. And if not, no worries. Bobby Lime says, I'll donate $5 for every non-member MIDI question that comes in. Get your MIDI questions ready, non-members. The money's on the line. This is the MIDI controller hour for the next hour. I hope you're ready. All right, let's get a synth going here. Plucked arpeggios, what are these? Yo, Yard Sale with a huge $50 donation. Thank you so much. Holy smokes, ladies, gentlemen, enemies. Crazy. Yard Sale. Nice to see you. I've been missing your beats as of late too, but nice to see you. Thank you for jumping in and donating the $50 for the kids. Another round of applause for that huge dono. Much appreciated. How to pan hi-hats in MIDI. Any idea? Yukio, I think that's a decent question. I think what you probably mean is that you've got a drum rack. Could be any drum rack. Let's grab an actual kit. You've got a drum rack. Looks like this. You've got your hi-hats and you're like, damn, how can I pan these hi-hats? What you can do is either jump over to session view or open up the mixer view in arrangement view. And if you go to that drum kit track, street kit, and you push that little button there, it'll open up the drum kit. Sometimes you got to do it twice. And you can find that hi-hat sample, and you actually have a full mixer here, so you can pan the hi-hat. Now I'm here. Yo, what's good, Krios? Thank you for jumping in. All right, I'm looking for just one more later add on top of this, but I think we need to jump into the Nightmare line because it's spooky season. Let's go to that. Lines, search lines, Nightmare. There's also another one called Obsidian, I think, which looks really cool. So these are all very spooky kind of Foley sounds. So if some of y'all are making a horror movie, there's a guitar in this too. Bobby Limes, thank you for the €5 dono. Yukio says, what I meant is how to pan specific hi-hat in Ableton. Other than what I just showed you, I'm not sure what you mean. You should try doing what I just showed you. These are all terrifying. Spooky piano. Ooh, I kind of like those textures. Let's see what if we can work with here. I don't know how pitched these are, but let's see. Oh, we can definitely work with this. Bobby Lamb says, sorry I'm late. What plugin is this? This is Arcade. We are working with Output Arcade today. Now that's fine. It's technically in key, but I might want to pitch it up a bit. There we go. Dungeon Master, I can't tell if you're trolling or not. Let's just get this drone sound in there. 1, 2, ready, go. What's up, Nasty? How's it going? Thanks for jumping into chat. Oh, okay, you're not trolling. It's fine. No, not Contact. It's Arcade, but you're not the first person to ask that, I think. You're not the first person to be wondering that. All right, what I want to do is beef up some of these sounds because it's feeling a little quiet to me. And what I also will do is I'm going to flatten these drums. Well, actually, it's just a 4 on the floor, right? I was going to flatten it just so I could convert it to MIDI, but I think we kind of don't need to do that. It's just a 4 to the floor. I am going to just do a MIDI track with a random drum kit. We already did that earlier because I was answering the question. So let's just make a clip and insert a empty clip and then set this to quarter notes. And then where's my kick drum? Right there, I hope. Make that legato. And then Command E should slice it. So now we should have... What's up with this drum kit? What happened? This drum kit doesn't want to make sound anymore. We'll swap it out. I don't need to care about the sound for what I'm doing right now because I'm just using it as a signal, an audio signal. We're going to turn that off. Although we could potentially beef up that drum. All right, let's go ahead and open up. What did I do to my browser? Let's go ahead and open up Compressor and let's drop this onto there. We're going to have to unfreeze this stuff. Just the vocal for now. Good. Let's definitely get this a little less on that. Here we go. Mastering. How do we like that? Let's throw another instrument in here real quick. Probably not that. It's probably not going to be something from this kit, actually. From this line, I should say. Let's go ahead and find an instrument. Flute? Why not? Oh, that could fit well. Might be a little noisy though. Too dramatic. Just a straight up flute. Link in the description if you're wondering about the price, White Whisker, but 50% off your first month of arcade. Let's go with the first one. What did I pick earlier? Space Dust? Yeah, let's try that, because it's a little stringy too. That's a great texture. Bring down the sprinkles. Too much sprinkles. Layer edit. So in this one, I actually didn't show this off earlier, but it is a powerful sampler in that we've got these multiple layers happening, right? And you can hear it. We've got the kind of a piano and a plucked sound happening. We got just noise, followed by the pluck, or that is the piano, followed by, oh, like a sine, like an electric piano sound. Okay, focus, focus, focus. I lost my place. Later, Dungeon Master. Thank you for hanging today. Let's lay down this final. Keep it off grid. What do we think, y'all? Very powerful. Arcade is very, very powerful, and that was like easy to roll through too. So we've got that's 6 tracks of arcade, 1 track up here just for a sidechain source. We got these cool vocals running through Portal. We got these drums. Some more ethereal top stuff, which gives us a spooky vibe. We could probably pull that out of the main mix and just bring it in at crucial times. That bass line. Another little vocal drone. And this top line melody situation. Everything's just a little lo-fi. Everything's a little crunchy. Superman says, I'm a sucker for a little bit crush. Indeed, yes. When do we add the amen break? Good question. All right, if we don't have any final questions about our Output Arcade, we'll jump to doing some Beatober beat reviews. Don't forget that later in the stream, at the end of today's stream, we are going to be giving away another code for Portal. So it's worth sticking around and hearing your fellow community members, seeing what they're cooking up for Beatober. Do you think having a chain in an effect group is equal to return channel? Asks Elon. I'm not sure I understand the question. Your chains could be running in parallel. You could have parallel chains running in an effect chain. That's what a return track is. It's running in parallel, so you're getting the dry signal plus the processed signal. And if you have chains in an effect group on the actual track, I think you're processing the sound, so you're not keeping the dry sound. But you can separate, you can keep your effects separate. If you wanted a reverb and delay running in parallel separate chains, you could do that. That would be the difference. Do you have any idea on how to clean my push 2 that started sticking? I think that you take a bit of rubbing, it's going to take you a while, but you take a bit of rubbing alcohol and a cloth and you scrub that thing down. From what I have not tried that, do not blame me if you try it and something goes wrong, but people on the internet have had sticky electronics and they use a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Try a small spot where the sticky spot is and just get all that stuff off, and that should work. In theory. All right, folks, before we head to doing beat reviews, I'm going to take a quick restroom break because I'm staying hydrated today. So, everybody else, go grab yourself a beverage. Prepare for the fun. Don't forget we're giving away Portal at the end of the stream, so don't go anywhere. And let's do some beat reviews, but I'll be right back. Bobby Lime says wash hands. Oh, we'll see. See you in a minute. Are back. That little animation y'all were just watching, that's Music for Ghosts on YouTube. Animation created by Miss Nadia, resident artist in the community. Worth putting on if you're looking for some cool visuals and an ambient playlist to listen to during the spooky season. All right, let's pull down that. That was a fun little beat. Let me save that beat, actually. You know, between the streams and other projects, I've definitely made more than 31 tracks. Or not tracks, but 31 ideas over the course of this month. What am I doing? Oh, yes. I'm saving this to my recordings folder. Where are we linking posts to review? Good question. Good question. Let's see if anybody jumped the gun. At least one person did. But it's understandable because I was like, oh, let's review some beats and we'll get back to it. But you can go find the channel at Stream Beat Review. Personalized beat review. I mean, no, stream beat review. I don't know why I'm saying personalized. I did give Winston a challenge, and it looks like he posted that in the Discord. So maybe we can, interesting. We can take a look at that maybe last. Sounds like what you're talking about, Elon, is the same thing as just running it to a return track. You're just doing it in a chain on the track. That's what I gather from what you're saying. Okay. Let's get Winston's track. Let's get Winston's little challenge out of the way because he's going to be watching later, so we can roast him all we want. We can give him a bit of a roast here. Now, my first roast at the top is, why is there an animation coming from the push as a startup? I believe that's custom programmed. So basically, my mind goes to, if you spend any time programming that yourself, that's a bad waste of time. But if this just happens when you boot up the push, I don't really know. I've never seen that before on push 2. Let's see what you cooked up here, Winston. Now, if you all don't know the context for this, Winston, our young friend from the community, was really inspired by some push performances. And we kind of challenged him to take one of his tracks and to turn it into an actual push performance. And he found the darkest room he possibly could find and filmed this in it. Okay. Flow of the performance is not too bad. A little rhythmically off, but not bad performance flow. Except what are we doing now besides nothing? Definitely can fill this time with doing something. Performance effects. Winston, my question for you, is this the track that I told you to convert into a live performance, I'm wondering? Okay. since we usually do only minute-long tracks, I'm gonna just roll with it here. Winston, the performance that you put together here, moving through the different tracks, launching and stuff like that, it's pretty well structured. However, the first thing you need to focus on is good sound selection, getting a good mix, and making the music sound good. Because right now it just sounds like this collection of kind of crazy sounds, which kind of musically go together and then kind of don't. So like, when you listen to this track back, listen to one of the busiest scenes, listen to this part, 2 minutes 37 seconds. And you ask yourself, does this sound like does this sound like one of those push performances? Like, does this sound as good as one of those push performances? And if the answer is no, which I'll tell you that it does not, what is the reason for that? Partially it's coming down to the mix, partially it's coming down to sound selection. So obviously the simpler parts that you have here are the strongest because they're the least busy and they have less room for mistakes. Let's see where it goes with this last scene launch. Really good, really well put together performance though. If you can nail some of the sound design stuff, I'm not saying you have to go hard with the technical sound design, but just be a little more careful with your mix and where each sound fits individually in the song, both like sonically, EQ wise, etc., and also like musically, like where does each part fit. Cool beat repeats. Okay, I said we were gonna stop watching this, but Winston put in a lot of work here. Nice. Switching over to the drum kit to do a little improv on top of that, and then launch this final scene here. Yeah, that chord loop seems kind of off, so it's kind of cool. Some things are falling apart, some things are not working, some things are working, but you put in a lot of work. Give a round of applause, everybody, for Winston. Good job. First step. It's the first step. You can do this again. Now do it again. Come up with it, make it even better, and then do it again and again and again. Keep getting better. That's how you start. I see a lot of potential there. Very good job. Cool. All right, we are about to start Beatober beat reviews. If you're curious what we're doing right now, producers have been posting beat videos on Instagram all month long in celebration of Beatober, challenging themselves, helping raise money for a good cause. So those folks that have been doing that all month long are posting a single beat into the Stream Beat Review channel on our Discord. If you found out about what Beatober is today, I will not be hearing your tracks today because you are not participating in Beatober. We're not doing every single track. We're just doing Beatober videos. Don't know what I mean? Stick around and you'll find out. You'll see what everybody's been creating. White Whisker makes a good point. It says, I literally take 30 plus takes to film something live correctly sometimes. Yeah, no kidding. Tell me about it. But that also means that if you could just like, instead of rolling the camera, just keep practicing until it gets like really good. That would be the better move. I'm going to run this music now. Please let me know about the audio levels. How's audio levels? Yeah, Pilgrim of Light. Thanks for giving us this track. These games. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Pilgrim of Light, thank you for that. I love those box arts for those Sega games. Piccolo Black, we got the Ableton Move. Let's see what we're cooking up. Only needed 2 tracks for this one. Where we going? Where we going? Oh. It's like a synthwave from a from the weird dimension. Cool. Wait, why is it giving me this visual? Oh, that's part of the video. Wait, what did I do? Did I hit that 2x2 button? What's happening? How did I do that? Chat, did I... Wait, is this not part of the Instagram video? I'm so confused about what's happening. Oh, it's part of the video. Here I am trying to like click this 2x thing. Oh my gosh. I love the idea of that being added by accident. That was funny. Piccolo Black, yeah, keep pushing it with the new move. That's pretty cool. Somebody asked if move is new. Yeah, it dropped this month. Dunk Funk, let's go. More video game vibes. Nicely done. Nicely done. I miss video games. Hey, a question. Does anybody have any spooky movie recommendations? We just watched Cuckoo last night, starring Hunter Schafer. If y'all haven't seen that movie, I thought it was pretty good. The other night we watched Terrifier, which has like this cult following. I would not recommend that unless you're like super into gory movies, in which case I question you as a person. But so I was not impressed. I thought we would watch all 3, but it was cool. That was just like a schlocky old horror movie, but new. But anyway, Cuckoo was really good. The movie becomes something a little more than you expect. But Cuckoo, I would recommend it if you haven't seen it yet. Back me up, chat. Who has seen it? Grigor Vadim. Oh, Grigor Vadim. Grigori. I liked all the sounds in that. Cool. Thank you, Vadim. And also, we had some recommendations in the chat. So Superman recommending The Substance. I've seen that one. That one's kind of on my list. I think you're right. I am looking for something specifically spooky, but I know what you mean. I know it's getting recommended a lot, so I know what you mean. Near Dark, one of my faves. Not scary though. No, I need scary. Tom intrigues me. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Nothing to do with Michael Myers and has a wild occult aspect. So we tried watching Halloween 1. Rented it on Apple TV, and the audio, first I had to blast my sound bar, turn it up all the way for the speaking parts, but then the music was blasting super loud. So I don't know what happened with the Apple TV version. I'm going to try to search up and find a different version to watch maybe. But it's interesting. I didn't know Halloween 3 was like no Michael Myers involvement, because I want to watch those movies, but I also perhaps don't want to start at the first one. Accent Noir with the spooky vibes. Here we go. Beware the Bobo Bear. Midsommar is good. Yes, big fan of Midsommar. I agree. Beware the Bobo Bear. This is perfect for people to play outside their houses during Halloween. I think it's gonna rain here for Halloween, unfortunately, so I don't know how that will affect the trick-or-treaters. I saw Romulus twice in theaters. I'm waiting a little bit to watch it again at home. Post Beatober, probably. I'm a big fan of Romulus, and they're making a sequel. Accent Noir, thanks for the spooky ambient vibes. Much appreciated. Gokin, what are we cooking up here? The smooth lo-fi vibes.
Yes, all is slow.
Good drum groove.
That's the way it goes. Yes, wild and slow. That's the way it goes. Yes, wild and slow.
Nice, Gokin. Thank you for that. If you haven't seen VHS, the first one was great. I've been intrigued by those movies. That's a good recommendation. VHS. They do like found footage-y kind of thing. Like compilation situation. Superman, what do we got cooking today?
My love is bigger than the planet. Some people take that for granted. Love's a seed, planet. Instead of leaving me damaged, unsure how I even manage poverty. I ain't planning my useless. I can't stand it. Are you Carolina Curl? My mama, she birthed a pharaoh. This music I make is therapy. The death they call it Noah's only hits what I deploy. Negativity's the decoy. Don't get lost up inside the void. I just want to see you destroy. Words are weapons. They not a toy. How you use them lands on your choice. Was it Carolina Curl? Second thought might be a sparrow. Sick to my stomach, I might hurl. Tell me what's your biggest dream? Is it fancy golden rings or a life of simple things? Maybe you shine like high beams. Be a king or a queen, or live a life silence or sing. Or do you just want it all to live a shameless life? Agreed. I hope this next line that you heed. Be careful, life can make you bleed. I hope my voice put you at ease. Words forgotten by a breeze. No, it ain't easy being me, though that my life
Shout out to Caroline. Caroline. Swayam says, the most terrifying horror movie experience I had was watching A Nightmare on Elm Street for the first time. I don't know why my parents thought it was okay to let a 4-year-old me watch the movie. Think about how you'll never be that scared again. We're chilling here, Negatories. Long exposure of the sky. Love to see it. Oh, I wanted more. You left me hanging on that chord. What happened? And I do like that piano sound too. Thank you, Negatory. Goes perfect with the crickets chirping in the nighttime stars. Oh, what do we got? Dope collab here? Cool. Yeah, I was called it. I knew somebody wanted to. I knew Mediana would make a great collab partner. Great that you guys pulled that together. Well done. Good collab. Let's check out Connor's beat here. Banjo. Connor keeps us guessing over here. I like that the whole thing sounds like it's come out of a tape machine. One of those tape machines from the Old West, you know? Oh! Camera down! Camera down! Very cool, Connor. Very cool. The just overall noise texture seems very natural. Doesn't seem like digital noise added in there. Natural? Analog? Is that what I mean? White Whisker is holding on. Let's see. Oh. It was definitely Goldfinger, right? It was definitely, hold on. It's Goldfinger, for sure. Oh. Restart. I recognize it immediately. They're multiplying. Wow, it makes a great break. I wonder if anybody's thought of that before. Oh, the cat doesn't look pleased. Cool. So here I am, doing everything I can. Jacob's up next. Thank you for the Goldfinger break. I thought that was genius. Short pop beat. I like the way those two snares bounce off each other. Oh. Cool. Peter says, do you think this style of content is better for growth versus steady track releases? I think you need both. Probably if you're like telling the story and doing different performance videos and stuff like that, you're just going to reach way more people than if you just drop a track on Spotify, right? Like if you drop the track, okay, then what? There's like 100 other tracks, thousands, millions of tracks dropping on Spotify per week, right? So what's going to make you stand out against everybody else who just, drops a SoundCloud link or something like that? Find an easy way to, or not easy, but find a creative outlet that is also visual that can go with your music. Doesn't matter if you make like performance videos, you could make coffee making videos and put your music in it, and that would be a good promotional tool for your music. Super ominous. It's crazy. We need more. I think it goes well with the black and white footage too. And then another note on the content thing, like I think everybody for Beatober is just making it's a challenge to make a track every single day, and they're not fully completed songs. This is more of a challenge about finding out about your process, getting better at making music, and then at the end of the month going through and be like, oh, I want to flesh out these 3 tracks or this 1 track or something. They're not all going to be hits out of 31. Wait, let's see. We got all the plushies. Cool. Very cool. Tom, I've seen you harping on this point a lot, and I'm going to call you out a little bit. Beatober has definitely shown me I'm terrible at vertical video. If I'm being honest, I think you're putting too much, giving too much power to the idea of vertical video being so different from a wide shot. You're crazy. Just because vertical video is sort of like a new thing, which is not even really a new thing, like portraits, it's called portrait mode. It's called portrait orientation because like actual portraits, or if you're taking a picture of a tall thing, you would always shoot like that. Just because the movies and TV that we normally watch are wide, which they're not even, because you know what? If you grew up in the 90s or the 80s or the 90s and you watched TV, everything you watched was square. Nobody complained that it turned to widescreen. So I don't know why there's a big difference between the vertical frame. It's a frame. So filling the frame, if you look at this video we have on screen right here, it's a perfect use of the vertical frame, shot from the side. The thing that we want to be looking at, which is where the action is in the center. It's just there. I don't think there's any difference other than the actual difference between shooting wide or shooting vertical. It's just different picture. See directors doing this? It's like that stereotypical director thing. It's not just for show, and that's actually a real thing. If you look down at your setup and you just do this vertically, you can kind of figure out, oh, that's a nicely composed shot. Vertical versus wide, it doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. But if you keep fighting it, and you keep kind of harping on the idea that vertical video is so different than wide, then you're going to have a bad time doing it. Because you're going to feel like, oh, you're forced into this format because the kids these days only like vertical stuff. That's really what's going to make the work not as great, is that kind of mentality. But if you just embrace it as, oh, like, this is how we're shooting now, let me find the good frame, you'll feel a lot better, I think. There is no fundamental difference between shooting wide and shooting vertically. Nice. Josh, that's great. I love the Midwest emo style stuff. That riff at the beginning is really cool. 5. I would find a better way to interlock those two guitar parts, because the lead part and the sort of like quick moving acoustic guitar part, they were just kind of playing at the same time rather than connecting with each other. So I'd find a way to interlock them, because I think that's some of the magic of, you know, math rocky kind of Midwest emo stuff, is that all the riffs, it's like perfect example of like counter melody, you know, like, not to relate it to like Bach or something, but Bach would have all these fast moving melodies and things like that, and these fast moving counter melodies that sort of interact with each other and bounce off each other. Midwest emo kind of does the same thing. So find ways to make those lead parts interact with each other, and I think it'll blend better. But cool for pushing out of your comfort zone and doing a different style. In stereo.
There's no waves, but the surface tension. There's no pain, but the surface tension. We're sailing.
It's like a Sonic level almost.
We're sailing, but I'm drowning.
Bum, 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 bum.
service tension.
The last minute BPM change, it can do a lot for a track. It's also a hack. I know oftentimes I'm working at a slower tempo, and then when I get to the end, I put it to a faster tempo. But workflow hack, if you just work everything at a faster tempo, you're going to work faster. The parts you play, you'll play them faster, and then you can slow it back down. So if you're working on like a chill lo-fi beat, 80 BPM, just bump that shit up. 120, and then slow it down. It'll kill your groove, but you'll work faster. You're too late, Aquatic Borealis. Don't come in here asking questions about the title when you are almost 2 hours late. What are you, crazy? Oh, it's a Lander sample challenge. It's okay, Aquatic Borealis. You can rewind the stream and see the spooky sounds of arcade. This turned into a found footage horror thing. Oh, I thought we were going somewhere. Cool. Otherworldly feels for real. Thank you, my friend. TQI beats. Let's keep it rolling. Thanks, everybody, for working hard all Beatober and submitting these beats. Having a great time listening to your tracks. I can't believe Beatober is almost over. Don't forget that we are going to be having the Beatober Awards on Thursday, the 31st. So stop by to see who will be taking home cool prize packages from our lovely partners and sponsors. Let's see what TQI is cooking up here. Tiki, thanks for the submission. A sci-fi floating journey. It's called Army. Who can guess why? I think it's because you're a BTS stan, probably. Dustin, another NPC lover with a ghost. The ghosts are haunting many studios around the world. Are you recording into the OP1 field? That's interesting. Because of Bjork's Army of Me. Okay, okay. One is camera interface. Wait, what? What are you talking about? So let me guess. So you have camera interface. So you have the audio from the MPC going into the OP1 via an audio jack, and then you run. No, it's going to be the opposite. You do audio in via USB to the OP1, then you do audio out to the camera from an audio jack. Explain. I'll wait for that explanation while we listen to Ali. Whoa, we got nice blooms on the camera here. Let's check it out. Warm and sunny feeling in the studio. Very cool. I like the way that one evolved into the full beat a little after that intro. Well structured, a little beat. Warm visuals too. Let's see what Jimmy's got cooking up here. And the tape. No, you didn't talk about the routing. You got to explain the routing, Dustin. Am I correct? Audio out from the OP1. No. USB-C audio from MPC into the OP1. Audio out from the OP1 into the camera. That's my guess. Connor said it's got to be the other way around, but there's no way the camera has USB-C audio input. I'll explain. The MPC is using a UA volt as an interface. The Volt 4 headphones out to the OP1. Yeah, line in. USB-C to my iPad mini. Headphone out of my OP1 is in my ears. Okay, so nothing's going to the camera. The premise of the whole mystery was a lie. Fair enough. We'll let it slide. Dunkfunk says, have you played Outer Wilds? If you like No Man's Sky, bet you'll love it. I gotta try it. You're right. I've heard that before. Today's Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is anymore. Let's go, Jimmy with the shades. Smooth. Cool. Nicely done, Jimmy. Right. The MPC does not output to USB, which is crazy in 2024. One Swap Studio says, I just ordered the Coma Field Kit FX, and expansion add-ons kit. Have you used them? Thoughts? It's my first kit of modular for sound mangling. I gotta be honest, I have no idea what any of that is, and I do not do any modular, but it sounds like you're gonna have fun. Maybe some of my modular heads in the chat can chime in. Sounds like you'll definitely keep yourself busy. What is this? It's a mountain lion. It's a hand drawing a picture. I do like to assist those videos, generally. They are generally great for retention, I would say, and then they just kind of like troll you at the end. Very avant-garde. Jake with our final beat of the day. Smooth bass line. Oh, I was supposed to accept the invite. Very smooth. Let's play out with this one. I got a giveaway for you all. One lucky person in chat can get Portal by Output right now. All you have to do is type, no, don't type anything yet. All you have to do is read these directions from Nightbot in the chat. They're coming, they're coming. There you go, there's Nightbot's chat. All you gotta do is read those instructions. Spam the chat and say, I have read the directions. Now, some people read the directions, but don't follow the directions. So I think I have to specify that. You have to read the directions and follow the directions. And Kayla, you are expelled from entering this giveaway since you already won Portal today. All right, but I'm going to give away a copy of Portal from our friends at Output. And all you have to do is spam the chat right now. Except for the fact my little giveaway thing is not working. Oh, it's working. All right, spam the chat. I'm putting a minute on the clock. Folks, we have had so many kind donations today. We want to continue to raise money all through the end of this month for the Music and Youth Initiative. So if you can skip your Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts run today, or your cafe trip, or you can at least match your cafe trip to a donation to the Music and Youth Initiative, it goes a long way to helping the kids make sure they got access to studios, instruments, people to teach them all those things at a music clubhouse built by the Music and Youth Initiative. So beatober.com/donate if you don't see a donate button below the video, because some regions don't have that available. Hit the donate button. Let's raise some money for the kids. We'll continue all through the end of the month. The month is almost over. We'll go strong. And also, a reminder, we will not be live tomorrow, but we will be live on Thursday for the final stream of Beatober. Everybody push through. It's the final. It's the final day. 3 seconds left. 1, 0. Cease the spam. I will roll the dice and pick a winner to take home Output's Portal. I'm rolling the dice. In 3, 2, 1, roll it. Bobby Limes. Bobby Limes has won Portal. Go Bobby. Follow those directions. Give him a congrats, my friend. Bobby, you're shooting me a DM on Instagram. I hope you're about to type your Instagram handle in this chat. Bobby says wheat. That's not part of the directions. Not at all. We'll be live at the same time on Thursday. I'm just going to filibuster here until I get all the things I need from Bobby in the chat right now. Ah, I see it. I'll be looking out for your DM. I'll be looking out for Kayla's DM as well, so I can get y'all your Portal codes. This is a nice. This beat is kind of making me ready for a nap, I think. It's very interesting. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for everybody who was super generous in donating. We're going to continue that momentum, and we'll be live again on Thursday for one last stream. Thank you to Output for sponsoring today's stream. If you did like what you saw with Arcade today, no, Jake, in a good way, in a good way. It's just like relaxing, I guess is a better way to put it. If you did like what you saw from Output's Arcade today, use the link in the description. You can get 50% off your first month of Arcade. If you liked Portal, go check that out too. Portal's a lot of fun. Bobby Lime's hitting us with a £20 donation, or €20 donation. Apologies. Thank you for the great donation on the way out. What time in my time? Right now it's 1:11 p.m. It's perfect nap time, right? I got a meeting in an hour. I could probably eat a little lunch, take a little nap, and get down tonight, if you know what I'm saying. All right, y'all. Keep working hard. Push through to this end of Beatober. Spread the word. If you got that rich uncle or that rich coworker that wants to donate, let them know we got a good cause and we're raising money for a great cause. Music and Youth Initiative. Thanks so much, everybody, for the generosity so far. We will finish strong on Thursday. I'll see you all then. I'll post it up soon. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one.